Okay, hello again folks, I am King Blacktooth. This is the location test mod for Akuma. This is including the Capcom Cup updated change list and such. So first off we have the delayed wake up, which I have heard no different from, so it's still 11 frames. So Goku can sweep me twice. If I hold heavy punch, I'll stay on the ground for 11 more frames. So it makes stuff like that whiff. The next thing is your red focus attack, so medium punch, medium kick and heavy kick, and it looks like that for Akuma. So his normal one does not have the aura, but he gets a big aura on his red focus attack, so that's the closest to a red focus attack I've ever done. And the same rules apply. Level 1 doesn't crumple, maximum level does, and it comes out the same speed as a normal focus attack, and they're the only two levels you have, maximum and anywhere before. It costs 2 meter to use and can absorb 32 hits at the minute, which should be enough. You can FADC into it as well, which costs all your meter bars to use, can absorb 0 hits, but can crumple on level 1 on hit. So, for example, like that. Okay, so Akuma's changes. The first one is close standing medium kick. It's got 1 frame less startup, which is nice, so it's 4 frames now I believe. And it's got a lower hitbox, which I don't know if it's necessary, but lower hitbox, I lowered it by minus 0.05, so pretty much the minimum I could lower it by. I don't know if it misses some people, so maybe I should lower it a bit more, we'll see. And the other thing to do with that, close stand and medium kick, is that it forces stand now, so that's quite important I think, because now you can do light tatsus off it. So you could do that, for example. And if you're lucky, you can get a sweep out of it. Okay, or skillful, not lucky. Which I'm not. So the next thing is crouching heavy kick. This can no longer be cancelled into Ultra 1, so doesn't work anymore. Okay, on whiff, on block or anything. So not possible. The next thing is all jump back Hadoukens. I believe it's that one, yeah. They all have 2 frames extra recovery now. So that's light, medium, heavy and EX. So as you can see, hopefully you might be able to tell. Neutral, you can start walking, you know, I don't know if you can tell 2 frames, but you might be able to. There's 2 frames more recovery, which is going to actually make a bit of difference really in the long run, which is nice because they're always jumping back doing that. So maybe you can punish it, although they often do very low ones. I don't know if it helped what the height restriction is, but you still go up in the air, so maybe you can punish it a bit better now. So the next thing is medium punch Ghost Shoryuken. So the second hit no longer FADCable on hit. So there's the first hit, second hit no longer possible. Okay. But on block it's still the same. So on block you can do it after the second hit. So that basically means, is that kind of an option select? I don't know. So on Wake Up, if you just did a medium punch, if they block it you can FADC it. And if it hits them, then you can't. So you get an automatic hit, although I guess the negative is that you can never FADC it on hit if you want to follow up with one of those or anything. So basically, I think they're trying to make all the Shoryukens individual and make them different uses. So that one can no longer be FADC'd on the second hit on hit. Okay. So the next change is to his heavy punch Ghost Shoryuken this time, which is the second and third hit is no longer FADCable on block this time. So on hit it hasn't changed, you can still FADC it after the first hit, second hit and third hit, like so. But on block it means the second and third hit can no longer be FADC'd, so you can only FADC it on block after the first hit, and anywhere after that you can't do it. So I guess that just makes the heavy punch version kind of, I think it's in line with Ryu's, where, well, nearly in line anyway, because you'll have to commit to it if you want to FADC it on block. You can't wait to hit confirm it, you know, wait for the second hit, see if it blocks or not. You have to kind of commit to it. But don't forget, on a hit you can still FADC it there, which is nice, but I think the block thing is what's going to get you. You're going to have to FADC it after the first hit, which on a hit doesn't actually launch them in the air, so you know, you've got to figure out what that means for you and how you play. So last change is to his light kick, medium kick and heavy kick demon flips. They can all go into an EX Hadouken now. Follow up. So previously, only his EX Demon Flip was able to go into an EX Hadouken follow-up like so, but now his light kick, medium kick and heavy kick can also do it. Okay, so it basically means it only costs 1 meter bar to get into this sort of thing now, rather than 2. And the timing, which I had to sort of make up, but I think it worked out quite right. The light kick, you could go into like your palm strike and your demon flip only after about the apex of the jump, so the timing is exactly the same. You have to wait till you get to your apex of your jump before you can do it. It does buffer though, so that's nice. But you can also delay it really low. You can be pretty much on the floor by the time you choose to do it. Now the EX version is still a lot more lenient. You can do it as soon as you possibly physically can with the EX version, but I think the normal versions are still mega good. It's just it's a big change, and it's actually very good for Akuma, I think. It means that you can just get into a lot more mix-ups a lot easier, I feel. So, they're all the changes, and I hope you enjoyed them. I think Akuma's pretty... I mean, crouching heavy kick to Ultra 1, that was a really good trick. The top people usually use quite a lot. So that's going to be a bit, you know, a bit sad to see go, but I've never seen anyone else be able to go into an Ultra from a crouching heavy kick. So, a bit fairer, I guess. You know, because I think he could do it even on whiff. So you could just like sort of bait people to poke you after you've missed one and then go into it. And the Shoryuken changes, well, you guys would know how that would affect you. I imagine the heavy punch one is probably the worst. On block, you can no longer FADC it after the first move, so you don't really get a chance to hit confirm it. And if it hits, then it doesn't actually lift him up, so that's quite bad. I don't know if that's linkable. Doesn't look it. So basically only use heavy punch when you're sure you're going to get them and stuff like that. I assume that's the way Ryu's is supposed to be played. Anyway, thanks for watching. We've got 12 more characters to go. I'll see you next time. Take care. So when you want to install my mod, you need to download the mod in the download link in the video, and then extract the file. You'll have your character name changes, so a nice readme to let you know what I've changed and how I changed it, and installation instructions if you don't want to listen to me. And you'll have a character name.bac and character name.bcm. So the next thing you need to do is find your Capcom directory, because your Super Street Fighter 4 files will be in there. Mine's in the C drive in program files, but if you bought it on Steam, it'll probably be in your Steam directory somewhere. So you go in to Super Street Fighter 4. Now you've got some patch 1.07 and patch 1.06. You need to find the one with your most up-to-date character. For example, if we were doing Sagat, his most up-to-date one would be in 1.07, as well as Ryu, Yuri, Dudley, DJ and Cody. But most characters are in 1.06. The character I'm doing is in there, and most characters are. I'll mention it if it's in 1.07. So you go in, and then you go into Battle, Regulation, Latest AE, and then you find the character we're doing. I'm doing Bison, which has got the name Vega at the moment. And so you'll have the character name.bac, character name.bcm, and all you need to do is, I recommend making a backup and copying those files in and rename them original, just so you got them as backup. And then you just copy over my ones into there, and that will allow you to play as my modded version in arcade mode, training mode and versus mode. So you can have some fun. If you've got local friends to play with, you could update 2 characters that I do and then fight against each other with the new changes. That would be quite interesting. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I hope that has helped.